Conversations in the fourth quarter when the second unit starts bringing it back, when to bring your main guys in, and then why did you decide?
Yeah, I mean, with about 5 minutes left, I think we cut it to 14 or so, and I kind of looked at the other coaches. I looked at Steph, and we just decided, if it gets manageable and possible, then let's do it. And felt like we had a shot with, 3.5 minutes left when we put Steph and Wiggs and Clay in. And I also felt like the group that had played that great run in the fourth quarter, maybe he was getting a little tired there. And so just made the decision to see if we could pull off a miracle. But it wasn't meant to be. Dallas was great tonight. They deserved to win. They executed. They played with more force. And this is the conference finals. This is how it's supposed to be. You got two great teams, and they handled us well tonight.
Steve, how did you address the team on such an emotional night and get them ready before the game?
Just talked basketball. We didn't. There was sort of an unspoken awareness of what happened today. There was it was a very quiet locker room beforehand. I felt like you as a coach, my job is get the team ready to play. Difficult to sort of keep perspective on a day like today, but that's the shock and the grief, the anger. It's there from all of our guys and from, I'm sure, everybody in the building. So you have to accept that and go out and play, and that's what we try to do.
Steve, were there any conversations not to have this game? Were you aware of any discussions at this game?
No, I did not hear anything about.
You supported that?
Excuse me?
Would you have supported maybe pushing this game?
I would have supported whatever the league decided. I supported the fact that they decided to play. I mean, we're just league employees, and if they want us to play, we'll play.
You went with Kuminga with Porter out. What do you think about his minutes tonight?
I'm sorry?
You went with Jonathan Kuminga with Porter out tonight. What do you think about his minutes tonight?
Yeah, JK did a good job. He was part of that group in the fourth quarter that really battled back and gave us a sliver of a chance. And he played with some force and got to the line and did some good things for us.
Why they hit 23s? I mean, did you feel like there was more defensive breakdowns for you guys than previous games? Especially
early. We had some breakdowns early, and I think they had 7 corner threes in the first quarter, maybe it was first half, but they had a bunch of corner threes. There was a breakdown in transition after a made basket. Shouldn't have been a problem. And Finney-Smith, I think, his first three, wide open corner three. We weren't alert tonight defensively. We weren't sharp. And I thought we let them kind of get into a groove. And once a team like that gets into a three-point groove, it's tough to get them out of it.
What did you think those young guys did in the fourth quarter? What did you like about what happened there?
I like the ball movement. I thought overall tonight the ball did not move well enough, way too much dribbling. And I thought that group came out and did a better job moving the ball. We got some easy buckets.
What did you see with that similar group on the floor to start the second quarter?
Too much dribbling, yeah, and porous defense, so bad combination.
Obviously, it's not the result of the game, but did you find yourself thinking or drifting at all, knowing what happened today? Was there any, hey, I got to get focused here kind of thing?
Yeah, sure. Especially before the game, before it started, I think we all felt the anger, the frustration. I know I expressed it to you guys. So I was pretty emotional, and I tried to just, get myself composed and coach the team. And so, once the game started, I was focused on the game. But tough day for everybody. But that sounds like a very inappropriate thing to say. Tough day for everybody. I mean, I don't even know how to express the grief that those families are feeling right now. It's too much to fathom, too much to comprehend, and so yeah, we move on, and we hope that someone actually decides to value our citizens' lives more than they value money and power. That's pretty much it.
Steph did tweet before the game that he tweeted your video and said that he hopes people watch that at least as much as they watch the game. Did they tell you guys, some guys tell you that? Did you feel that from the team?
Steph just came up and looked me in the eye and gave me the head nod and gave me a good handshake, and it was unspoken, but I knew what he was expressing.
Jason, what did you think just about the team's overall just poise, focus, intent tonight, to knowing that their backs are up against the wall like they had been a couple of times already this postseason?
Yeah, I thought the guys came out no different than Game 3 and Game 2 in the sense of executing and playing at a high level, making shots, was something that we've done in those games. And then defensively, being able to rebound the ball, to have 30 assists, that means we're making shots. But again, being able to score, they're going to play zone for majority of the game. So that's going to present a problem, for them in the sense of giving up threes. And we were able to capitalize on that tonight.
Reggie and Maxey both struggled so much in Game 3. What did it say to you that they were both able to have such strong bounce-back performances?
That's just who they are. That's their DNA. It's not about just one game. It's about the journey. It's about, being able to bounce back, and that's what they've done, and that's what they've helped us as an overall team have that DNA of being able to have a bad game and being able to come back and play at a high level. Again, making shots is something that we need those two to do, and they did that tonight.
What's running through your mind in the fourth quarter as that lead shrinks from 29 to, I think, down to 8 at one point?
That they were going to have to put their starters back in, and they did. And we did just fine. We won the game. Their starters had to come back in. They cut the lead, and our group continued to play, but they had to make a decision. They had to put their guys back in.
At that point, were you hoping their starters would come back in? Because the other guys are doing pretty well for them.
Yeah, but it's a game of runs, the third quarter. For the Warriors, they're always going to have a big quarter. And so we did pretty good in the first three. They went on the run to start the fourth. There's no panic. We had a pretty big lead, and they had to make a decision. They brought their group back in and couldn't get it done.
Coach, what were your thoughts on that extended halftime? Obviously there was a leak on the floor, but did you say anything to your guys at that point as they were getting back into warm-ups about carrying over that momentum from the first half, which they obviously did in the third quarter?
We've been there before. We've had the basket tilted. We've had rain delay before, and we've been able to execute in both those scenarios. So this wasn't the first rain delay we've had. And so to be able to stay warm, stay ready. Again, this group doesn't let anything faze them, and they went out there in the second half in that third quarter, as we talked about at halftime. We had to win it, and then that's what that group did.
Typically, in these playoffs, Jason, each game is in and of itself. But I wonder if you feel like this gives you, momentum that you guys have really needed to get in this series.
Yeah, we felt all along we've been getting great looks. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't in this series so far. It's a matter about making shots. the biggest compliment we've gotten is that they got to play zone because they can't play us one-on-one, right? And so this is a championship DNA team, and they're giving you a compliment that they can't guard you. It's pretty cool. And they're winning the series, but we believe if we can continue to keep getting the shots that we got, if we make them, it puts pressure on them.
Jason, I heard God Sham God say to Tim Hardaway Jr. before the game, tonight is the first night of us beginning to rewrite history. I'm not expecting you to necessarily repeat that word for word, but just what's the confidence level for you guys as a team that you're still very much in this?
Yeah, we believe that it's just one game at a time. We did our part tonight. We found a way to win. Now, the next part is to find a way to win on the road.